welcome to my YouTube channel, and since this is my very first video, I'm gonna introduce myself to you guys with the help of these questions in the container. And so, let's start! But before that, let me briefly introduce myself. I am Cathline Perez. I am 18 years old and I am from and currently residing at Saharaville, Panabo City, Davao del Norte. I am currently in my first year of college taking up Bachelor of Science in Accountancy in the University of Mindanao. And with that, let us start with our very first question. So what is your civil status? My civil status is single. Since birth, I have never been married and I have never had children. So next, how did you spend your quarantine days? So during quarantine, I guess you could say that I was a little bit productive. I learned a lot of new things, especially I learned how to play a little bit of guitar. I learned how to drive a motorcycle. I learned how to cook. I learned how to clean the house. And I also learned a lot about the family business since araw-araw pinapadala talaga ako ni mama doon, everyday travel. So, bahay, store. And it was fun. It was very educational and it was enlightening for me. Let's have... Describe the place that you live in. So our house is located at a very small village located in Panabo City. It's called Saharaville. The house is actually not that big. It's good for 4 people. So it's perfect for us since the only people that I live with is actually my mom, my stepfather, and my stepbrother. So there's only 4 of us. But I can't show them to you guys because during the day, nasa tindahan sila nagbabantay. So most of the time, I'm alone here in the house. I mean, not totally alone. Of course, I have my pets with me and they're my cute little companions. Aspin na sila lahat. Yuki, si Blanca, and also si Jobert. And so for our next question, let's have... where did you take up your senior high school and in what strand? I actually took my senior high school in 2 different schools. So as a grade 11, I took my grade 11 in University of Immaculate Conception as an ABM student. And then in grade 12, I transferred to Marinol College of Panabo Incorporated, also as an ABM student. So next, is this the first time for you to have an online class? And what gadgets do you use? Yes, this is my very first online class since wala man ding reason before to have an online class. Ngayon lang kasi may pandemic. And the gadgets I use mostly is my phone and also laptop. For our next question, let's have... what type of internet connection do you have? And what time of the day does your internet connection is at its strongest? So my answer for this is mobile data. The time where my internet connection is at its strongest is usually in midnight. Second to the last question, we have... Are you a working student or are you a scholar or do you have any scholarship? First of all, I'm not a working student since before nagtrabaho ako sa shop ng mama ko, but now I'm not. I am a full-time student and the one paying for my studies is my parents. The second question, I am not a scholar. I do not have any scholarships, and in my mode of payment, I just paid using my mother's money, my parents' money. And for our very last question, we have... What do you expect to learn from this subject and what are your suggestions for our online class? So I expect to learn from this subject is, since contemporary talks about society, I want to know how the relationship of people works. You know, how even though we're different individuals, how can we unite? How do we unite with one another? And especially in a global scale, even though there are a lot of barriers like language barriers, the distance, and many other barriers, how are we able to connect with them? And I hope that even though this is online class, we won't lose the group activities or interactive activities. That's all. Already answered all the questions in the container. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I did enjoy doing this too. And have a good day, everyone.